Early hominins inhabited environments characterized by a mosaic of woodlands and open grasslands. The savanna's diverse environment provided varied resources and habitats for early hominin populations. This mixed terrain facilitated both arboreal and terrestrial activities for early hominins. Woodlands offered shelter and resources, while grasslands provided opportunities for hunting and foraging. The savanna environment presented both challenges and opportunities that influenced hominin evolution. A generalized ape skeleton exhibits adaptations for arboreal life. Flexible wrists enhance maneuverability in trees. Grasping feet provide secure grip on branches. Limb proportions facilitate climbing and swinging. Shoulder joint mobility allows for a wide range of arm movements. Gradual drying trends are causing significant environmental changes across Africa. One effect of drying is the expansion of grasslands at the expense of forested areas. Deforestation and desertification are key indicators of these ecological shifts. These environmental changes have far-reaching impacts on local ecosystems and biodiversity. The ape-like pelvis is characterized by a long and narrow structure. The human pelvis has evolved to be shorter and broader, facilitating upright posture and bipedalism. The broader iliac blades in the human pelvis provide increased surface area for muscle attachment, crucial for balance and locomotion. The sacrum in the human pelvis is wider and flatter, providing a more stable base for the spine. The change in pelvic structure supports the shift of the center of gravity, essential for maintaining balance during upright walking. These anatomical transformations in the pelvis are fundamental adaptations for bipedal locomotion and human evolution. Bipedal walking involves a cyclical process of shifting weight and maintaining balance. The skeletal structure and muscle groups work in coordination to propel the body forward. Energy efficiency in bipedal walking is achieved through pendulum-like motion and controlled falls. The center of gravity must remain within the base of support to prevent falling. Each step involves a stance phase and a swing phase, contributing to continuous locomotion. The human foot evolved from a grasping appendage to a structure optimized for bipedal locomotion. The development of the arch in the human foot provides increased support and shock absorption during walking. Transformation involved changes in bone structure, ligament arrangement, and muscle attachments. This adaptation allows for efficient energy transfer and stability during bipedal movement. Early hominins foraged for food in grassland environments. The ability to see over tall grasses provided a significant advantage for early hominins. Elevated vantage points aided in spotting potential food sources. Enhanced visibility also helped early hominins detect predators from a distance. Foraging success was directly linked to improved environmental awareness. Early hominin hands exhibit increased dexterity compared to ape hands. The evolution of the hand facilitated enhanced object manipulation skills in hominins. Shorter fingers and a longer thumb are key adaptations in hominin hands for precise grasping. The carpal bones in hominin hands allow for a greater range of wrist movement, aiding in tool use. Muscle attachments in hominin hands provide increased strength and control for fine motor skills. Comparative analysis of hand structure reveals evolutionary adaptations for tool use and complex tasks. Simple tool use involves employing readily available objects to achieve a specific task. Stones can be utilized as tools to apply focused force, such as cracking open nuts for consumption. Similarly, stones can break bones to access the nutritious marrow within. The hardness and shape of the stone are critical factors in its effectiveness as a tool. Using tools extends physical capabilities and allows access to resources otherwise unattainable. This demonstrates a basic form of problem-solving and resource acquisition through environmental interaction. Bipedalism enabled early hominins to elevate their line of sight above tall grasses. An elevated perspective allowed for the early detection of approaching predators. Early predator detection provided increased time to react and seek safety. Enhanced predator avoidance contributed to higher survival rates among bipedal hominins. Bipedalism offered a significant evolutionary advantage in predator-rich environments. The ability to see over obstacles improved overall environmental awareness. The human spine evolves into shape to enhance balance and shock absorption during bipedal movement. The shaped spine provides improved weight distribution and stability compared to a straight spine. The curvature of the spine acts as a natural spring, absorbing impact during walking and running. This anatomical adaptation supports efficient and comfortable bipedal locomotion. The shape of the spine is a key evolutionary adaptation for upright posture and movement. Bipedal locomotion involves walking upright on two legs. Quadrupedal locomotion involves movement on four limbs. Walking upright is generally more energy efficient than quadrupedal movement for humans. Energy efficiency in bipedalism is due to biomechanical advantages. Upright posture minimizes the surface area exposed to direct solar radiation. Reduced direct sunlight exposure lowers the body's heat absorption rate. Thermoregulation is enhanced by minimizing heat gain from the environment. Standing upright allows for greater air circulation around the body, promoting convective cooling. This adaptation is crucial for survival in hot, arid climates. Bipedalism influences skull structure, notably the foramen magnum's position. The foramen magnum is the opening where the spinal cord connects to the brain. In bipedal species, the foramen magnum is positioned further forward or inferiorly. An inferiorly positioned foramen magnum allows for better balance and head stability during upright walking. Quadrupedal species have a more posterior foramen magnum, suited for their horizontal posture. Comparative analysis of skull morphology reveals evolutionary adaptations to different modes of locomotion. Bipedalism frees the hands, enabling the carrying of objects. Freed hands allow for the transportation of food resources. Carrying tools enhances efficiency in various tasks. Bipedalism facilitates the transport of infants, ensuring their safety and care. Carrying capacity increases survival rates by enabling resource transport. The ability to carry objects is a key advantage conferred by bipedal locomotion. Bipedalism may have enhanced visual surveillance, allowing early hominids to spot predators or resources from a distance. Standing upright could have facilitated communication through gestures and facial expressions within social groups. Bipedal posture may have freed hands for carrying food, tools, or infants, promoting cooperative behavior. Upright walking could have enabled more effective group defense strategies by allowing individuals to coordinate movements and signals. The ability to see over tall grasses and communicate effectively may have strengthened social bonds and increased group cohesion. Leg lengthening, relative to arm length, enhances stride length. Increased stride length directly contributes to improved walking efficiency. Anatomical transformation involves proportional adjustments between limbs. The ratio of leg length to arm length is a key determinant of locomotion efficiency. Walking efficiency is defined by the energy expenditure per unit distance traveled. Evolutionary adaptations often involve changes in limb proportions for optimized movement. Early hominins exhibited bipedalism, a form of locomotion distinct from that of apes. Bipedalism provided early hominins with the advantage of covering greater distances more efficiently. The walking speed of early hominins surpassed that of apes, facilitating migration and resource acquisition. This increased mobility allowed hominins to explore new territories and access resources more effectively than their quadrupedal counterparts. Bipedalism freed the hands of early hominins, enabling them to carry gathered food and tools. Standing upright provided a better vantage point for spotting predators and distant resources. Bipedal locomotion is more energy efficient for long-distance travel across open environments. Access to new food sources, such as fruits from higher branches, became possible with the ability to stand. The development of bipedalism allowed early hominins to thrive in diverse environments by exploiting previously inaccessible resources. Bipedal locomotion induces changes in muscle attachments on bones. Muscle attachment sites reflect altered muscle usage patterns for upright posture. The pelvis undergoes significant modification to support bipedal movement. Changes in the femur and tibia reflect adaptations for weight-bearing and balance. Comparative anatomy reveals the evolutionary transition to bipedalism through bone and muscle adaptation. Bipedal walking relies on complex mechanisms to maintain balance and prevent falls. The inner ear plays a crucial role in detecting head movements and maintaining equilibrium. Proprioception, the sense of body position, provides feedback from muscles and joints to ensure coordinated movement. Integration of inner ear signals and proprioceptive feedback allows for continuous adjustments to maintain balance during walking. Bipedalism freed early hominins' hands, enabling them to carry resources over longer distances. The ability to carry water allowed hominins to explore drier environments further from water sources. Bipedalism provided an elevated vantage point, improving the detection of predators and resources in open landscapes. The efficient locomotion of bipedalism facilitated migration and exploration of new territories. Expanded habitat range increased access to diverse food sources, promoting dietary flexibility and survival. The knee joint undergoes significant anatomical changes to support bipedal walking. Increased joint surface area distributes weight-bearing stress during locomotion. Strong ligaments and tendons provide crucial stability for upright posture and movement. Menisci act as shock absorbers, reducing impact forces on the articular cartilage. Bipedalism enables hominins to maintain balance while traversing uneven terrains. Upright posture allows for a clear view of the surrounding environment, aiding in navigation. Bipedal locomotion facilitates the crossing of obstacles such as fallen logs. Free hands, a consequence of bipedalism, allow for the manipulation of objects during movement. The striding gait of bipedalism provides an efficient method for covering distances. Adaptations in the foot, such as the arch, provide support and propulsion during bipedal walking. Bipedalism enhances predator detection by elevating the vantage point. Increased height allows for earlier spotting of potential threats in open environments. Bipedal posture facilitates scanning across greater distances for approaching predators. Upright stance improves visibility in environments with varied vegetation density. Elevated perspective aids in identifying camouflaged predators. Bipedalism provides a crucial survival advantage through enhanced predator awareness. The vertebral column has evolved to support upright posture and efficient weight distribution. Lumbar lordosis, a curvature in the lower back, helps center the body's mass over the pelvis. The sacrum, formed by fused vertebrae, transfers weight to the pelvic girdle. Intervertebral discs act as shock absorbers, protecting vertebrae from compressive forces. Bipedalism provides increased visibility, allowing for better detection of predators and resources. Standing upright facilitates thermoregulation by reducing the surface area exposed to direct sunlight. Bipedal locomotion enhances energy efficiency, particularly over long distances. Freeing the hands through bipedalism enables carrying objects and tool use, promoting survival and adaptation. Environmental and ecological pressures collectively influence the evolution of bipedalism. Changes in climate and landscape favored individuals who could see over tall grasses to detect predators and prey. Bipedalism provided an advantage in carrying food and tools over long distances. The shift to bipedalism freed the hands for manipulation and tool use, enhancing survival. These combined pressures led to skeletal adaptations, including changes in the pelvis, spine, and leg structure. Bipedal walking relies on the development of specific muscles, including the gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus is essential for hip extension, providing the power needed for upright posture and locomotion. Muscle development involves hypertrophy, the increase in size of muscle cells, enabling greater force production. The gluteus maximus originates from the ilium, sacrum, and coccyx, and inserts onto the gluteal tuberosity of the femur. During bipedal walking, the gluteus maximus works in conjunction with other muscles to stabilize the pelvis and propel the body forward. Proper development of the gluteus maximus is crucial for maintaining balance, preventing injury, and optimizing walking efficiency. Bipedal walking involves a complex interplay of forces and movements to achieve locomotion. Ground reaction force, GRF, is a critical external force acting on the body during walking. Muscle forces generate joint torques that drive the motion of the legs. The gait cycle consists of stance and swing phases, each with distinct biomechanical characteristics. Kinetic and potential energy are exchanged during walking, contributing to efficiency. Biomechanical analysis of walking can identify gait abnormalities and inform interventions. Bipedalism may have provided early hominins with a height advantage for spotting resources over tall grasses. Standing upright freed the hands, allowing hominins to carry gathered food and tools more efficiently. Bipedal locomotion is more energy efficient than quadrupedalism over long distances, aiding in resource acquisition. The ability to travel longer distances allowed early hominins to access resources in more dispersed environments, reducing competition. The hip joint is a ball and socket joint, providing stability and a wide range of motion for bipedal locomotion. Strong ligaments and deep socket structure in the hip joint contribute to its stability during weight-bearing activities. The knee joint, a modified hinge joint, allows for flexion, extension, and slight rotation, crucial for efficient walking and running. Menisci and ligaments in the knee joint provide cushioning and stability, preventing excessive movement and injury. The ankle joint, a hinge joint, primarily allows for dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, essential for balance and propulsion during bipedal movement. The arrangement of bones and ligaments in the ankle joint facilitates efficient weight transfer and shock absorption during walking and running. The gait cycle is defined as the time interval between two successive heel strikes of the same foot. The gait cycle is divided into two main phases, the stance phase and the swing phase. The stance phase begins with heel strike, where the heel makes initial contact with the ground. The stance phase continues through foot flat, mid-stance, and heel off, culminating in toe off. The swing phase occurs when the foot is off the ground, moving forward to prepare for the next heel strike. Bipedalism freed early hominin hands, enabling the carrying of food and tools, which facilitated cooperative activities. Upright posture enhanced visual surveillance, allowing hominins to spot predators and resources from a distance, improving group safety and foraging efficiency. Bipedal locomotion facilitated communication through gestures and facial expressions, strengthening social bonds and group coordination. The shift to bipedalism may have influenced social hierarchies and roles within hominin groups. Bone density increases in the lower limbs to support bipedal locomotion. Increased bone density provides enhanced strength and support for upright posture. The femur and tibia experience the most significant increase in bone density due to weight bearing. Denser bones in the feet provide a stable base for standing and walking. This anatomical transformation enhances stability and reduces the risk of fractures during movement. Bipedal walking generally requires less energy expenditure than quadrupedalism, especially over extended distances. The upright posture in bipedalism reduces the surface area exposed to direct sunlight, minimizing heat gain and water loss. Bipedal locomotion allows for efficient energy storage and return through elastic tendons in the legs and feet. Quadrupedal movement involves more frequent ground contact, leading to increased friction and energy loss. The pendulum-like motion of the legs during bipedal walking contributes to energy conservation by minimizing muscular effort. Bipedalism enabled early hominins to free their hands, facilitating tool use and object manipulation. Upright posture provided an enhanced field of vision, allowing for better predator detection and resource identification across open landscapes. Bipedal locomotion is more energy efficient for long-distance travel compared to quadrupedalism in open savanna environments. By exploiting different food sources and habitats, early hominins reduced competition with other species, leading to niche partitioning. Niche partitioning through bipedalism allowed hominins to access resources unavailable to quadrupedal competitors, promoting ecological diversification. Bipedal walking is optimized by changes in limb proportions. Longer legs increase stride length, enhancing walking efficiency. Shorter arms reduce the energy required for balance and locomotion. Limb proportion changes reflect evolutionary adaptations for upright posture. Comparative anatomy reveals the relationship between limb structure and locomotion. Postural control during bipedal walking relies on complex neural mechanisms to maintain balance. Sensory information from the visual, vestibular, and proprioceptive systems is integrated to assess body position. The brainstem and cerebellum play critical roles in coordinating muscle activation for postural adjustments. Feedback and feed-forward control mechanisms work together to anticipate and correct postural disturbances. Effective postural control minimizes energy expenditure and prevents falls during locomotion. Bipedalism enhances predator detection by elevating the vantage point. Increased height allows for earlier predator sighting in open environments. Bipedal posture facilitates quicker assessment of potential threats. Enhanced visibility aids in making informed evasion decisions. Bipedalism provides a strategic advantage in predator evasion within open landscapes. The human foot contains both longitudinal and transverse arches. Longitudinal arches run along the length of the foot, from the heel to the toes. Transverse arches span the width of the foot, providing stability and distributing weight. These arches provide crucial support for the body's weight during standing and movement. The foot arches act as shock absorbers, reducing impact forces on the joints and spine. Proper arch support is essential for maintaining balance and preventing foot-related injuries. Bipedal walking involves the coordinated action of multiple muscle groups to maintain balance and generate movement. Agonist muscles contract to produce movement, while antagonist muscles relax to allow the movement to occur smoothly. Synergist muscles assist the agonists by stabilizing joints and preventing unwanted movements. The nervous system coordinates muscle activation timing and intensity for efficient and balanced walking. Bipedalism may have allowed early hominids to reach fruits and other foods in trees more easily. Standing upright could have provided a better vantage point for spotting food sources over tall grasses. Freeing the hands through bipedalism enabled the carrying of gathered food back to a central location. Dietary changes associated with bipedalism may have contributed to changes in jaw and tooth structure. Upright posture necessitates significant changes in pelvic musculature compared to quadrupedal anatomy. The gluteus maximus in humans is substantially larger and more powerful, facilitating hip extension during walking and running. Abductor muscles, such as the gluteus medius and minimus, prevent pelvic drop during single-leg stance in walking. The orientation and leverage of the iliopsoas muscle are optimized for hip flexion, aiding in forward propulsion. Pelvic floor muscles provide crucial support for pelvic organs and contribute to pelvic stability. The rectus abdominis and oblique muscles work synergistically to control pelvic tilt and maintain core stability. The center of gravity, CG, is the point where the weight of an object is evenly distributed. During bipedal walking, the center of gravity continuously shifts forward and to the sides. The body maintains balance by adjusting posture to keep the center of gravity within the base of support. When the center of gravity moves outside the base of support, balance is lost, leading to a fall. Muscles and joints work together to make continuous adjustments to maintain balance during movement. Maintaining balance is a complex interplay of biomechanics and neural control. Bipedalism allows for efficient, long-distance travel, conserving energy over extended periods. An upright posture provides an elevated vantage point, improving the ability to spot resources and potential threats. Freeing the hands enables carrying resources such as food and water during migration. Bipedalism facilitates the exploration of new territories and adaptation to diverse environments. The ability to cover long distances increases the chances of survival and reproductive success. Adaptations in skeletal structure, such as the curved spine and angled femur, support efficient bipedal movement. Initial leg alignment often exhibits a wider stance, with knees positioned further from the body's midline. Transformation involves adjusting the skeletal structure to bring the knees closer to the midline of the body. Improved leg alignment enhances stability by optimizing weight distribution and reducing stress on joints. The adjustment process aims to correct biomechanical imbalances and promote a more natural gait. Proper leg alignment contributes to overall postural health and reduces the risk of musculoskeletal issues. Ground reaction forces are the forces exerted by the ground on a body in contact with it. During bipedal walking, ground reaction forces act in 3 dimensions: vertical, anterior, posterior, and medial, lateral. The vertical ground reaction force typically exhibits 2 peaks during each step, corresponding to heel strike and push-off. The body attenuates ground reaction forces through various mechanisms, including joint flexion and muscle activation. Effective force attenuation reduces the risk of injury and improves walking efficiency. Bipedalism allows for efficient resource transport over extended distances. Freeing the hands facilitates carrying food, water, and tools. Upright posture reduces heat exposure by minimizing direct sunlight. Bipedal locomotion improves visibility for spotting distant resources and potential threats. Energy efficiency is enhanced through bipedal walking during long journeys. The human foot's morphology is specifically adapted for bipedalism. The foot comprises a complex arrangement of bones, including the tarsals, metatarsals, and phalanges. Ligaments play a crucial role in maintaining the foot's structural integrity and enabling movement. The arched structure of the foot provides support and shock absorption during locomotion. Comparative anatomy reveals differences in foot morphology across species with varying locomotion styles. The unique arrangement of bones and ligaments in the human foot facilitates efficient bipedal movement. Bipedal walking involves cyclical loading and unloading of lower extremity joints. The ankle joint experiences significant dorsiflexion and plantar flexion moments during the stance phase. The knee joint absorbs impact forces and provides stability during weight bearing. The hip joint facilitates forward propulsion and maintains pelvic stability. The body distributes load across multiple joints to minimize stress on any single structure. Bipedalism elevates the visual perspective, enhancing environmental surveillance. Increased height allows for earlier detection of potential threats in the surrounding environment. Early threat detection improves reaction time and survival probability. Bipedal posture facilitates scanning the horizon for distant dangers. Enhanced visual surveillance provides a significant evolutionary advantage in open environments. Muscle fiber types in lower limbs adapt to endurance demands during bipedal walking. Endurance training increases the proportion of type Y, slow twitch, muscle fibers. Type I fibers are fatigue-resistant and efficient for prolonged, low-intensity activity. Type II fibers, while powerful, fatigue more quickly and are better suited for short bursts of high-intensity activity. Bipedal walking favors a higher proportion of type Y fibers for sustained locomotion. Muscle fiber adaptation optimizes energy use and reduces fatigue during walking. Dynamic stability during bipedal walking involves continuous adjustments to maintain balance. Changes in terrain require immediate adjustments to posture and muscle activation. Increased walking speed necessitates faster and more precise balance corrections. The body's sensory systems provide crucial feedback for maintaining dynamic stability. Compensatory strategies are employed to prevent falls and maintain equilibrium. Dynamic stability is essential for efficient and safe locomotion in varying environments. Bipedalism frees the hands, enabling the carrying of tools and objects. Carrying tools enhances survival by improving hunting and defense capabilities. Resource acquisition is improved through the ability to transport food and water over longer distances. The ability to carry offspring increases infant survival rates and strengthens social bonds. Bipedalism and tool use collectively contribute to a greater adaptive advantage in diverse environments. Bipedal walking is coordinated by complex neural control mechanisms. The spinal cord contains central pattern generators, CPGs, that produce rhythmic stepping movements. Sensory feedback from muscles and joints modulates CPG activity to adjust gait. The brain, particularly the motor cortex and cerebellum, exerts higher-level control over walking. Visual and vestibular input contribute to balance and orientation during bipedal locomotion. Neural control of bipedal walking involves continuous adaptation and learning. Bipedal walking is generally more energy efficient than quadrupedalism, especially over extended distances. Bipedalism reduces energy expenditure by minimizing ground contact and optimizing the pendulum-like motion of the legs. Quadrupedalism requires more muscle activation to maintain balance and forward momentum, increasing metabolic costs. The upright posture of bipedalism allows for better heat dissipation and reduces solar radiation exposure. Energy efficiency in bipedal locomotion is enhanced by elastic energy storage in tendons and ligaments. Bipedalism allows for improved visual surveillance of the surrounding environment, enhancing group safety. Standing upright frees the hands for carrying resources and tools, facilitating cooperative activities. Bipedal posture enables more effective communication through gestures and facial expressions. Enhanced communication and resource management through bipedalism contribute to stronger social bonds and group cohesion. Skeletal remodeling is a continuous process where old bone tissue is replaced by new bone tissue. This process allows the skeleton to adapt to mechanical stresses, such as those imposed by bipedal walking. Osteoblasts are responsible for forming new bone, while osteoclasts break down old bone. Bone density increases in areas subjected to higher stress, providing greater structural support. Skeletal remodeling is crucial for maintaining bone strength and preventing fractures. Gait adaptation refers to the body's ability to modify its walking pattern in response to varying environmental conditions. Walking uphill requires increased hip and knee flexion to overcome the change in elevation. On uneven terrain, gait adapts by adjusting step length and width to maintain balance and stability. Visual feedback plays a crucial role in gait adaptation, allowing for anticipatory adjustments based on perceived terrain. Proprioceptive feedback from muscles and joints provides essential information for maintaining balance during gait adaptation. Gait adaptation strategies can be impaired by neurological conditions, leading to instability and increased risk of falls. Bipedalism enhances predator avoidance through increased vigilance. Standing upright allows for earlier detection of approaching threats. Bipedal locomotion facilitates faster escape speeds from predators. The ability to quickly spot and evade predators increases survival rates. Foot pressure distribution analysis reveals variations during bipedal walking. Pressure distribution patterns differ significantly between various gaits. During walking, the foot undergoes a sequence of pressure changes from heel strike to toe off. Gait analysis provides insights into biomechanics and potential foot-related issues. Bipedal walking generally incurs a higher metabolic cost compared to quadrupedal locomotion. The upright posture in bipedalism requires greater energy expenditure for balance and stability. Quadrupedal animals distribute weight more evenly, reducing the energy needed for each limb movement. Metabolic cost can be quantified by measuring oxygen consumption during locomotion. Differences in skeletal structure and muscle mechanics contribute to the varying metabolic demands. Bipedalism enables efficient resource exploitation by freeing the hands for carrying objects. Upright posture provides an enhanced field of vision, aiding in the detection of resources and potential threats. Bipedal locomotion facilitates long-distance travel, allowing access to resources in geographically dispersed environments. The ability to manipulate tools, afforded by bipedalism, enhances the efficiency of resource acquisition and processing. Bipedal walking requires significant strength in the lower limb muscles. The transformation of lower limb anatomy enhances muscle power for upright locomotion. Increased muscle mass and fiber density contribute to the power output of leg muscles. Endurance is improved through enhanced vascularization and oxygen supply to the leg muscles. The skeletal structure of the lower limbs is optimized for weight-bearing and efficient energy transfer during walking. The combined effect of muscle strength and skeletal adaptation allows for sustained bipedal movement. Bipedal walking involves coordinated movements across the hip, knee, and ankle joints. The hip joint provides stability and a wide range of motion during the stance and swing phases of walking. The knee joint acts as a hinge, providing flexion and extension for efficient forward propulsion. The ankle joint facilitates foot placement and shock absorption during initial contact and push-off. Bipedalism freed the hands of early hominins, enabling them to carry resources across longer distances. Carrying resources allowed hominins to exploit food sources farther from forested areas, facilitating expansion into new habitats. An upright posture improved the ability to spot predators and navigate complex terrains, enhancing survival in diverse environments. The combination of these advantages enabled early hominins to colonize new areas and diversify their food sources, leading to greater adaptability. Skeletal adaptations to bipedalism include significant changes in the pelvis, spine, legs, and feet. The pelvis becomes shorter and broader to provide greater support and stability for upright posture. The spine develops in shaped curvature to improve balance and absorb shock during walking and running. Legs lengthen and the feet develop arches to provide efficient locomotion and weight distribution. The evolutionary timeline illustrates the gradual development of bipedalism in early hominins. Early hominins exhibited a mix of arboreal and terrestrial adaptations before fully committing to bipedal locomotion. Key skeletal changes, such as alterations in the pelvis and spine, facilitated the shift towards upright walking. Bipedalism offered early hominins advantages, including an expanded field of vision and the freeing of hands for tool use. The development of bipedalism was a crucial step in the evolutionary journey toward modern humans. Climate change, specifically the expansion of savannas, influenced early hominids. Savanna environments presented challenges and opportunities that favored bipedal locomotion. Bipedalism provided advantages such as improved visibility and efficient long-distance travel in open terrains. Changes in vegetation cover and resource distribution drove adaptive pressures leading to bipedalism. Bipedalism in early hominins was facilitated by significant anatomical adaptations. A key adaptation is the repositioning of the foramen magnum, located more anteriorly under the skull. The spine evolved in shaped curvature, providing better balance and shock absorption during upright walking. The pelvis became shorter and broader, stabilizing the trunk and reorienting the gluteal muscles for efficient bipedal locomotion. The femur is angled inward from the hip to the knee, bicondylar angle, positioning the feet closer to the midline for improved balance. The foot developed an arch, acting as a spring to store and release energy during walking and running. Bipedal locomotion involves alternating phases of single and double limb support. The gait cycle consists of stance phase, when the foot is in contact with the ground, and swing phase, when the foot is moving through the air. Energy expenditure during walking is minimized through pendulum-like exchange of potential and kinetic energy. Muscle activity provides power for propulsion and stability during bipedal movement. Efficient bipedal locomotion requires precise coordination of the nervous and musculoskeletal systems. Environmental pressures, such as diminishing forest cover, influence the selection for bipedalism in early hominins. Bipedalism provided early hominins with an advantage in spotting predators and prey over tall grasses. The ability to carry food and tools over long distances was another selective advantage conferred by bipedal locomotion. Bipedalism reduced the amount of surface area exposed to direct sunlight, aiding in thermoregulation in hot, open environments. Efficient long-distance travel became crucial for accessing resources scattered across the expanding savanna. The freeing of hands allowed for more complex tool use and manipulation, further driving the selection for bipedalism. Bipedalism, or walking upright on two legs, marks a crucial divergence in the evolutionary path towards modern humans. One key advantage of bipedalism is freeing the hands for carrying objects and using tools. Bipedalism also provides an elevated vantage point for spotting predators and resources in open environments. Energy efficiency during locomotion is another advantage conferred by bipedalism, enabling longer travel distances. The shift to bipedalism led to significant anatomical changes in the hominid skeleton, particularly in the pelvis, spine, and feet. The African savanna at sunset represents the environment where early human evolution took place. Sunset symbolizes the end of one era and the dawn of another, mirroring the transition in human evolution. The vastness of the savanna landscape highlights the challenges and opportunities faced by early humans. The setting sun casts long shadows, representing the mysteries and uncertainties of the past. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated for more videos.